Hi Pep, sorry to go off topic, but you've got a cut and apparently some others.
Yeah. With my finger here, with my nail.
That's fine.
I wanna hurt myself. Yeah. Me personally, I need that loses. I want to be honest. For the club, it's exceptional that happened. Exceptional. But we have to find the solution. I have to find the solution or the reason why with the players to try to win games.
Pep is losing it, and Manchester City are losing all their games. Pep is starting to look like a psycho man, and honestly, I understand it. When have you seen Manchester City look so dull? This team is in free fall with no wins since October 26, and the first time in my life it looks like Pep and the City team have ran out of ideas. But you can make an argument that this was a long time coming. It was a ticking time bomb. Manchester City started the season flawless. 5-5, Haaland going back-to-back hat-tricks, and this is even before Rodri was playing consistent football. Rodri gets hurt and everything explodes. For a long time, this City team and Pep have relied on Rodri as the glue that holds this entire team together. His crucial goals, his leadership, but honestly, it's the ability to give this team so much control. He dictates the play. When City lose the ball, he's the destroyer that wins the ball back. He's used as a shield in front of the back four, and honestly, a flawless player. But he's out, and you can see the holes in this Manchester City side. They can't defend because there's no coverage, and they can't score because another player who's had troubles with fitness this season, Kevin De Bruyne. I don't even need to say much about Kevin De Bruyne. He's honestly one of the most flawless players in the league, wins games by himself with moments of brilliance. Like I said earlier, this has been a long time coming, and I think a big reason for that is their transfer windows for the past couple of years. It's been poor, especially in the attacking department, which is strange because once upon a time, City had some of the most frightening forwards in the world. The only way Manchester City can score is through Haaland. Look at the lineup for the game against Liverpool. Only Erling Haaland from this starting 11 has scored this season. Once upon a time, you had Sterling, Sané, Mahrez, that was giving you 10 to 15 goals a season. Aguero, who was giving you 20. Kevin De Bruyne was giving you 10 goals. David Silva was giving you 10 goals. That front three was one of the best in world football. Goals galore. But Manchester City, ever since Haaland came, Pep has changed his tactics in order to get the best out of him, which has paid off in the long run. They won the Champions League and a treble. But look at who they bought to replace these guys. Jeremy Doku, a player that's exciting but has no end product. Savinho, another exciting talent, but he hasn't even scored this season. And Jack Grealish, for £100 million, hasn't even scored a goal in 2023. Years of bad recruitment will do this to you, because these players were supposed to replace the new. And looking at the winners in this group, they're getting up there in age. Kevin De Bruyne is 33. Bernardo Silva is 30. Kyle Walker is 34. You can't expect them to play at that top level week in, week out. Foden this season, coming off a PFA Player of the Year campaign, hasn't looked bright. And honestly, it confuses me because Foden will take one step forward and one step back. One season, he'll make the position his. And next thing you know, he's on the bench. Last season, he took the keys and ran with it. This season, it feels like Pep hasn't really let him flourish. I love Foden. I think he's a brilliant player. He's so technically gifted. But this idea that he's some sort of creative genius, that he's going to replace Kevin De Bruyne, is far from that. You need to understand that Foden's best attribute is creating for himself. His ball striking, his ability to dribble in tight spaces. Phil Foden isn't the type of guy to give Haaland free goals like KDB is. That's not his game. Which affects Haaland. You have no Kevin De Bruyne replacement, you have no Rodri replacement. Those two for a long time was holding this team up. Pep and City really need to look themselves in the mirror and understand that they have to rebuild this team from scratch. It's easy to hide your flaws when you have Rodri in your team. Like the great Sir Alex Ferguson used to do, you need to readapt. There needs to be change. There's a reason he was on top for 22 years. From Dwight York and Andy Cole, to Ruud van Nistelrooy, to Ronaldo and Rooney, to Robin van Persie. You have to adapt. Just like Pep said, you have to shake. Just wanted to make a quick video about my thoughts on this Manchester City situation. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.